everybody, and welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. I'm late. What am I, 30 seconds late? Terrible, isn't it? What a terrible person I am. Right, I'm going to get a beer. I got my beers lined up tonight because it's just so cold out here that I haven't got to cool them down anymore. And I've got a nice couple of... I might actually start with the best bitter. I got a Maharana IPA and a... Is it Maharana? Macharano? Good old boy best bitter. I think that's what we'll go into straight away because the other one's hoppy. Hello, everybody. How rude of me. Hello. Michael Richards, William, DeGusto. Terrible with names. I do apologize. I couldn't even pronounce that name of that beer then. DeGusto. Richard, research with Thomas Flynn, Matt Williams, Ryan McKenzie, William, Paul Turvey, Fat Dad on a Bike, Michael Richards, Eric Grunland. You're all in tonight. Rinks 34. Right, I'm not going to read all your names. Otherwise, I'll never get my pint out, will I? And I've been waiting all day for this because I haven't had a pint. I've been to the orthodontist with my daughter. So I couldn't do any reviews today. So this is my first beer of the day and I am absolutely thirsty for it. Lit the log burner. It's cold. It's a cold one tonight in the UK. The log burner is well and truly lit. There we go. Look at that. Whoa, that's a nice looking pint, isn't it? Pint of Good Old Boy by Renegade Brewery. I love the old stuff. Call me old fashioned, but I love the best bitters and the stuff like that. It's really good. Ian Boyle, Matt and Ryan, Lewis, beer o'clock. It's beer o'clock. Hit the like button down below. If you hit the like button down below, then we'll get more chance of people coming in and having a party and having fun and having a laugh and boom, job done. Oh, I've done a Black Friday, my first ever Black Friday purchase in my whole life. Annabelle, is that your friend going? Ah, what was you doing? Letting the cat out? Yeah. Ah, right, okay, sorry. Here we go. Absolutely gasping, everybody. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it absolutely wonderful? When I got great company like this. Big Kev, there he is, Big Kev. PVA Caesars in, Al Humphreys. Smashed the like button with my face on the way in. Brilliant. Hit the like button down below. We'll get more people in through the doors of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Come on, hit that like button down below. Get him in through the door. Oh, it's nice. So what was my Black Friday purchase? Well, let's get the beers in. Good evening, all. Michael Richards. £20 super chat. Thank you very much, Michael Richards, for the £20 super chat. That's really, really lovely of you. Absolutely lovely. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Everybody get your beers in. Come on. Chill Robots says, cheers, love the channel. Even everyone. First time on the virtual pubs is Dave. Hello, Dave Cronin. Go get yourself a beer, mate. Settle in and we'll have some fun. We will have some fun. I'm on the Germans, Augustiner and Tegernsee. Amazing beers. Eric Grunland, drinking a Herrenbrau Hefeweizen beer, an amazing Hefeweizen with a great body and some bitterness even. Brilliant. Sean just finished Outland Stout, now on the Adnams Broadside. Brilliant. What was the Black Friday purchase? Right, I won't read any more comments. I'll tell you. Right, I'm going to show you actually. you're going to see the door. You're going to see the door again, the famous door. Some of you love the famous door. Right, so can you see? So the door's going to be moved out the way. And I've dot and dabbed. Does anybody know what dot and dabbing is? I've dot and dabbed a plasterboard to the wall there. Oh my goodness me, what am I trying to do here? Just point to it there. There, look, yeah. Dot and dabbed a piece of plasterboard on the wall. I went on, so the Black Friday deal was on a company called Victoria Plum. And I've treated myself to it was like 25% off Black Friday deal, a vertical radiator, a black one. Plumbing's up there and across into the side of the house. I've already cut 2 massive holes in the side of the house. I did that back in September. So all the plumber's got to do, I'll fit the radiator on the plasterboard wall. I'll paint it first, white probably, and then get the rad on, get the radiator on, and I'll let the plumber then. He's just got to put the 2 pipes through the wall, lift a couple of floorboards up, tie it all together, and then attach it to the radiator here. And I'm hoping it's gonna. It's 15.9. It's currently out here in the conservatory. Is that 16? No, that's 16.5, unless my hand has just warmed that up. Yeah. Yeah, it's saying 18 now. Okay, it was 15.9. 15.9 degrees. So it's not the wall. I mean, my sleeves are rolled up because I'm all ready for action at the Stone Crow. But in the middle of winter, it does get cold. But I just want to try and insulate this room enough so that I can get the doors open on a permanent basis and maybe take the patio doors out one day. If I can take them out, then you're giving yourself a lot more retail space, aren't you? Not retail, like house space. Because I can't put anything behind there because the door swings up against it. You know, and there's ideas I've got. There's a drain down in that corner. If the door's one there, I could put the washing machine out here. That sort of thing, you know, slowly kind of integrate this room into the main part of the house. But the thing is, as with everybody else out there, it's all done on a budget. It's all done. I do little bits at a time. Little tiny bits. Like a month or 2 ago, I had enough money to buy some plasterboard. I bought some plasterboard. It's been like that a month or 2. Well, I finally put all my jugs and everything back on the back wall. We're getting there, but it's all done on a budget. I've been looking at beer wallpaper. So get the radiator on, beer wallpaper on the wall. If it's warm enough out here, take the French doors out, get rid of them altogether. And just, you know, just little bits of progress along the way. I think we're all feeling the pain. If this was 10 years ago, I'd be just flat out. I'd be just doing it. But I just don't have the confidence, you know, at the moment. I don't have the confidence just to go, right, let's do this, let's do that, let's buy some RSJs. Let's do this, do the, you know, just not too far to walk if you want to be sick in the washing machine again. Stephen Paul, yeah. Hello, Steve. How you doing, mate? You all right? I got a nice bottle of good old boy, mate. Yeah, so I bought Black Friday. Not very exciting. I bought a vertical radiator. Friday night where we at UK people drinking. Yep. Sorry, some wood paneling would look great. Proper beer cabin. Yes. Behind. That would make it warmer as well, wouldn't it? Definitely. I've been thinking about that. Being a carpenter, nothing for me. Just buy some. I tell you who gave me the idea, Steve, who's watching tonight. I could buy some pallets. Stain the pallets, cut them up into different bits. Just screw it all to the wall. It looked fantastic. Varnished up. It looked brilliant. in Tendon. I'm about to try the Brewdog Jet Black Hat. You tried it. Someone at the door. Mr. Nemesis says, evening all. Dave Cronin, Rebellion Beer for the tonight from the excellent Mallow Brewery. Brilliant, yeah. Oh, Dave Cronin, yes. I got them reviews to come. I really have. Palace, great idea, says Sean. Wow, Armenia and Estonia, cool. I am mate, first time viewer. Hello, Andy. Andy Powerhouse, first time viewer. Amazing, amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Neil French UK, hi from Darlington, North East. Hello to Darlington, in Darlington. Neil French. If it's too warm in there, you can use your new cooler. Well, exactly that, isn't it? Exactly that. All right. Right, super chat time. Ashley Martin, love the recent content on UK Cruise Campo brewed in Moss Side, Manchester. Moss Side, famous for gang warfare, not hot by that, and good lager. Ashley, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. How do I get that one to hide comment? Stick that one up. Let's find this super chat then and stick that one up. Thank you very much for your super chats, everybody. Really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. It really helps the channel. It really does. It's just a wonderful thing if you decide to super chat it. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant. It just supports us along the way. It really does. It gives us a chance to. It gives us time. That's the most important thing. It gives us time to go looking for beers, finding foods, reviewing them on YouTube, able to kind of put a lot of time and effort into the channel. And of course, when I get out and do my out and about as well, that really helps matters along the way. I'm able to do it with the super chats. Yeah, just a massive appreciation, a massive thank you from me for all of your wonderful, wonderful donations. It's brilliant, fantastic. We got some new comments. Happy Friday, everyone. Chat is Beer 52 a good way to support local and independent breweries? Is Beer 52 a good way to support local and independent breweries? I will leave that to the chat, if I'm honest. I will leave that to the chat because I haven't as yet done a monthly beer subscription. I get enough beer, so I don't need to do a monthly beer subscription. Hit the like button down below. Hit that like button down below. Let's get the stream moving. Let's get it kicking off. Let's see if we can go 250 live viewers. Hit that like button down below. Big Kev's on the Dragon Soup. Simon's for you, Big Kev. You're not on that, are you? I'm quite surprised, actually. Yeah, Big Kev. Did I drink all of ice beer after the latest review? Sure, I did. Yeah, I did, and I probably shouldn't have. I did so. Yeah, Mal's downstairs. Mel come home to me, even at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. To my vice beer. I cooked fish.
Said you didn't drink anything.
Yes, Mel. Say hello, Mel. Where's your wine?
I haven't cracked open yet. I'm going to soon.
Do you want any of these? Stout, chocolate fudge stout, brownie stout. I got the old twiddly thing going around. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Right. Thanks for the super chat.
It's going to fit in there because those are all too big.
Right, do the super chats. Do the super chats. How terrible of me.
It's way too high. It's not going to work.
Mal wants me to go and load the fire up. I'll be back now. I've got to go and load the fire.
No, I didn't ask for that at all. That's not what I said, was it? I said there's no wood that'll fit in there. New comments. Let's have a look then, if I can see. Oh my God. Walk on the outside. Hilarious. Richard, hello. Good to see you. Ali, hey Mel, how are you? Good, thank you. Sean, stool. I need more than a stool. That thing sounds really weird. I forgot it was on for a second, and I was like, "What on earth is that sound?" Lewis, hello. Steve, hello. You guys are talking amongst yourselves as well, which is pretty cool. How's everyone doing anyway? How is everybody doing? Everyone good? Friday, thank goodness. This is awful, by the way, isn't it? Like, it's literally, you just got my tiny head at the bottom of this massive screen. Something.
Oops, sorry,
I
Carl.
imagine if you get something really nice to go by here, Simon. So much space for it, isn't there?
Oh, I got a Christmas present coming. We've been talking about the radiator here. It is cold out here, isn't it? But it
What
is
do you mean? I told you to get it all day.
16.5 now.
What do you mean you've been talking about it? It's upstairs.
No. The radiator on the wall there. We're going to put a radiator on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But electric ones are so expensive.
There's gas.
Let me
No!
pour my
everywhere.
wife a wine.
Smells on the Vino Tinto.
She drank that bottle last week. I went upstairs. She was fast asleep on the bed.
That is such lies. I had 1/3 left over.
1/3.
2/3.
Yeah, she drank 2/3. Not bad though, is it, for Friday night?
And then used the other third to go into the gravy for the Sunday lunch.
Oh yeah, all over the potatoes she pours it, all the red wine. So
just straight up red wine all over the potatoes.
Yeah,
yeah. Sounds good.
Right, so I'm glad you're enjoying the camaraderie. It's good fun, isn't it? I do like doing the stone throw. To be honest with you, I enjoyed the break. I enjoyed the break and I enjoyed coming back because these winter months, they're dark, they're long, they're boring. In the summer, I really enjoyed my summer months. I go to the pub on a Friday. I'm normally at the beer garden now. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how sometimes you can be in a beer garden in the sun, watching the sunset with a cold beer in your hand, and then the next thing you know, it's pitch black at 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's like, it's a bizarre thing, isn't it? It really is. I mean, it's night and day, literally, isn't it? I would probably also be an OP if I lived in Cesspit, South Wales. Can't knock you both, really. So Mel's from Salisbury in Wiltshire. She's actually from a really lovely part of the UK. And I've been living in Barry all my life. But to be honest with you, I'm one of these people. I won't moan. I won't complain. I've improved. I talk about it all the time. It's probably boring, you know. But I've improved this house beyond imagination, and I'm still doing stuff. I'm still putting rads on the wall, and you know, this used to be the outside. This used to be a garden. Yeah, all in the name of progress, isn't there? That's what I say about these things. Nice check pour on the wine, says Cameron. Hello, Cameron. How you doing, mate? Ryan Ford, hi, walk on the wild side. I miss the summer weather. Oh, Ghost of Real. Absolutely. I do miss it. But going back to it, I like speaking to you guys as well. Big Kev, Irish Craft Beer Guy, Alan Mead. You know, it's wonderful. It really is wonderful to have these long winter nights where we get to, you know, we hunker down, light the fire, pour some beer, do a live stream, have a chat. It's good fun, isn't it? It's really, really good fun. It's really good fun. I totally enjoy my winter nights doing the Stone Crow. And I do miss it. I do, even in the summer when I'm like basking in the sun, drinking pint after pint. I do miss this. I do miss this. Neil French is on his homemade Raki distilled brandy tonight. 10 years old. Neil French. I'm not even gonna call you lucky, Neil, because that's all your hard work. That's not luck. That is complete hard work on your side of the fence type of thing. And you've deserved and you've worked to get that distilled brandy ready. And I am glad that you're drinking it tonight. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ali D's asking me what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Renegade. Good old boy. They sent me the beer a couple of months ago. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's flying down, mine, isn't it? We're only 20 minutes in. 20-minute pints, yeah. Oof. Anyone enjoying a Hacker-Shaw Calabier? Says Rinks 34. Now, what I'm going to say, there's 250 people watching in the Stone Crow virtual pub. Thank you very much. It's impossible for me on my own to get all of the comments. So please don't get frustrated if I miss your comment. It's just one of those things. Unfortunately, I don't have any people in the background pushing buttons and zooming in the camera, and it's just me in the conservatory out here. Very good. Oh, Reese, very good. Very good. Captain Meat's Adventure says, all right, gang. All right. All right, Captain Meat. Break out the stouts time of year. Dave Cronin, let me show you my stouts, mate. I have a Wild Child, Brownie Hunter, Chocolate Fudge Brownie Stout. And this is a beauty. Have I released this yet? This is a beauty from Hamilton. It's called Tint. And it's the London Nitro Stout. It's fantastic. I have reviewed it. I'm not sure if I've released it. I'm not sure if I've released it yet. Nigel, you on about the short nights being slightly depressing? Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. We've got to make the best of it, haven't we? We get through these winter nights together, won't we? Anyone else think work on the wild sides are 2? I don't know what that means. America's favourite order. How are the heating bills? Well, we got the log burner going tonight. I don't even think we've got any heating going. Just the log burner doing the whole house. And it's 16.3 degrees out here. It's not bad. It's not bad, is it? It really isn't bad, considering it's all stone. It's all stone out here. There's a little bit of insulation on that back wall, but it's all stone. My silent advent calendar arrived today. Anyone else get one? No. I got another one though. I do have a calendar coming. I'm going to keep it as a surprise though for you guys. It's going to be a surprise on the 1st of December. I'm not going to mention it. I have a calendar coming, but it's a big surprise. I'm quite excited by it, actually. Mella's definitely picked up the Welsh accent. Yes, I think she has. I actually feel bad now and take back that comment. What? What comment? Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. No star, Simon, says Morton. Good evening, good night, says Morton. How is the chopper, Alan? Get to the chopper. Ryan Ford, hi, Captain Meets Adventures. Captain Meets says, all right, Ran. Lots of people talking to themselves again. Saw this is in Stone the Crows. And Al Humphreys is saying we got 107 likes. Al, you were keeping count of the likes last week. Will you be that person again this week? Maybe every half an hour or so. Let me know on the likes. Absolutely fantastic. It keeps me in the know because StreamYard doesn't show me that sort of detail. If you can hit the like button, if you're new into watching the Stone Crow, hit the like button down below. Come on. If you hit that like button down below, then it means more people will tune into the stream live and we will get more people. We've got 260 people in at the Stone Crow virtual pub. Hey, look who it is. ABK Beer Events is in. Hi, mate. You well? I'll have to send you some beer. Hey, look. Woohoo! Got the old jumper on again. Got the old jumper on, the old AB. It's my favorite. This is such a lovely jumper. It's such a lovely. It's so comfortable. Very nice. And then we got the beer pump as well. I got the sign as well. I got the sign to put up. I got a dust there. It's covered in dust. But I got the ABK sign. I'm going to stick that on the wall up there. Yeah, we got stuff going on here. Yeah, thank you very much, ABK Events, for the super chat. Really appreciate that. I have to send you some more beer. Oh, yeah. Your beer is fantastic. Absolutely enjoyed the ABK beer. Anybody who's watching who wants to try the ABK beer, you can find it in Marks and Spencer's. They do a very good lager, a German lager. Travis Wilson's in. G'day, mate. Hello, Trav. How you doing, mate? How are you doing? What would you say is the best wheat beer? Says Dicky Ticker Workshop. Oh, I tell you what, that battle yesterday, I got in a right mess. I put music on in the afternoon. I put the Soros on. I was dancing around the living room on my own. I was. I drank 10 vice beers. I had my own personal disco. I've been dancing around the room with like Prodigy and all sorts going on. Prodigy. What else do I have on? Castles in the Sky. Oh, tell me what. I had a bit of a rave going on in the house, all on my own. Like men behaving badly when he's on his own in the house. Think I've seen that drink in Sainsbury's. I'll have to look on Monday. Alan Mead's having a chat with Trav, and he's saying smash the like button. And Kevin Patton's on the German lager tonight. Sean Maxwell, how has everybody's Black Friday been? Been doing some shopping. It has been crazy. I've kind of like just bought a radiator, and that's me done. That's my first ever black. I don't normally get involved in it all, but I thought, oh, I'll have a little look. I do need a radiator, and shiver me timbers, there was one for sale on the Black Friday deal. So I thought, oh, let's just buy it. Let's go for it. Victoria Plumbing or something online. Can't read all the comments. You flash up too quick. I know that must have been 5 minutes ago. We got a new member. Outdoors member for 37 months. Hello, everyone, from Jason and Sarah from Maine. Hello, Jason and Sarah. Blu-ray, we got the memberships are still coming in. It's wonderful. Hamilton is great. Lucky to have their bar near me in the Angel, Islington. Right, I'm going to go all the way to the latest comments now because Jack Paddy's been a member for 34 months as well. Finally managed to make one of these. Hope you're well. I am very well. Best wheat beer, little or great wheat beer that is real cheap. You know what, Big Kev? I think you're right. I love Weisstefana. Weisstefana, brilliant. I loved that Weiss beer yesterday. It was fantastic. But in terms of price, I felt a bit guilty that I didn't have didn't add the Lidl and Aldi Weiss beers, but it was so hard. So ABK Events. Oh, yawning. What's the matter with me? David Leaper, £5 super chat. Love the channel, Simon. Keep it up. Keep up the fantastic work. Cheers. Thank you very much, David, for the £5 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. It's really kind of lovely of you. Thank you very, very much. And then we got a super chat from ABK Beer Events. Again, we are back at Cardiff Foodies Festival next year. We will hang out. We will definitely hang out. I love that Foodies Festival. It's brilliant. Remember the rain on the Friday? Oh, my goodness me. I went to pick up this beer pump. From the event. They brought it up for me. And my goodness me, the rain was absolutely lashing down. And then it like soddened all the field. The field was soaking wet. And then like even on the Saturday we went, it was like puddles everywhere. But by the Saturday afternoon, Sunday, it started to dry up and it was good. It was a really good festival. Loads of good music, loads of good beer. I had a really good time. It was like the start. It was the signalling of early summer, wasn't it? It was like the first kind of like you can go out in a t-shirt maybe. You know when you've had a long winter like this and it's dark, and then you go to a festival or something and the sun's out and you're like, oh, it feels like bliss, doesn't it? It feels like absolute bliss. But then at the end of the summer, you take it all for granted. By the end of the summer, you're like, yeah, the sun's out again. But the start of the summer, you're like, whoa, this is amazing. Warmth for free from that big thing in the sky. Good evening, Simon, and all who are drinking here. So there we are. There's the ABK beer events thing. I'm pretty sure we'll do some stuff together for that. That would be pretty amazing. I haven't got a beer. Would you mind if I stop talking for a minute and pour myself a beer? I'm going to go with another beer from Renegade, and this is their Queensbury Jack, and this is a session IPA. I'm going to bung it in the same glass. So I went to the pub the other day. I went to the pub Saturday. I had an afternoon in the pub. They wouldn't serve my. I said I want to keep my glass, please, and they said no. You've got to have a fresh glass. And I'm like, it's my choice. Like I'd rather. I like to work a glass in. Does that make sense? But they were like, no, you've got to have a clean glass. I was like, why? Why do I need to have a clean glass? I don't understand it. Let me use the same glass all afternoon. I'm fine with that. Get rid of all of the dishwasher salts and everything that's all covered all over it, and you work your glass in, don't you? Get it kind of like, get all your guns all over it. Feels like yours properly, doesn't it? Oh, it's nice. Oh, that's hoppy. That's a hoppy session IPA. It's funny, isn't it? Because if you guys watch the Stone Crow Virtual Pub every week, don't you? I bet you can count on one hand the amount of times I drink hoppy beer when I'm not reviewing, and it's not very often, is it? If you're absolutely honest with yourselves and you're kind of looking at me and thinking, actually, he doesn't drink so much hoppy beer, does he? I drink a lot of lager. I drink a lot of bitters and stuff, and I drink a lot of Weiss beer, but I never go out and buy like 5 cans of hoppy beer. I find it like a bit like overpowering, like I'm talking to you guys now, but it feels like it needs my full attention. It feels like I need to stop and start reviewing it, but it's just a Friday. I'm just enjoying it. I do like hoppy beer. It's funny though. Years ago, I'd be hoppy beer mad, hoppy beer after hoppy beer for years, and I think you just come out the other side with hoppy beer. I think you just come back out the other side of it, and you can only do it for so long. I think so many years, and you're like, kind of done with this now. I'm just offering up my own personal experience with it. I've been drinking beers nearly every day for 13 years, and it's just my own personal experience that I've come out the other side with the hoppy stuff. I'm kind of like, I'd rather something a bit more malty or biscuity or Weiss beer like, or maybe I'll do the same with Weiss beer. Maybe I'll go through the whole, in a few years' time, I've had enough of Weiss beer. I doubt it, but yeah. Stella Unfiltered was the best beer I've tried. Much better than the filtered version. Absolutely go surreal. I've drunk most days for over 30 years. Paul Jones, yeah, there's no problem with that, is there? Slippers are on. Caerphilly lads are here. Recently subscribed to your channel. Love your views. Me and the missus just tried Aldi Rossini and Rheinbacher Pilsner lagers and absolutely love them. Aren't they good? Slippers are on. Hello in Caerphilly. I had a good night in Caerphilly about 20 years ago. A really good night. Fantastic night, actually. I went to a pub where there was sawdust on the floor. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hoppy beer gets me. I'm back on lager after about 6 years, says Sean. Have you tried the Death Nut Challenge? Zoe, I have, Zoe. Have a look on the channel. Simon, any plans to review the Chicken Big Mac on the channel? Loving the content, keep it up. Michael Summers, have a look. Have a look at my channel. Put in Chicken Big Mac Real Ale, and you'll find my Chicken Big Mac video. I have reviewed it. Maybe I'll do it again for you next week. Maybe I'll just go and buy another one and sit in the car with the GoPro. Yes, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm really excited. It's opened my world. I was really disappointed. I was really down in the dumps with that GoPro because I set it up right here and it looked terrible. And I was fuming, absolutely like really angry. And I was like, I'm done with trying to improve I'm just going to stick with the iPhone on the channel. I'm done trying to improve the camera work now, or the camera quality. And I thought, I'll stick the GoPro in the car, stick one of those little Scotch Guard things on the dashboard, and it was brilliant. That's where it's supposed to be, isn't it? Outside in the car, that sort of thing. So I'm going to do a lot more stuff. I'm going to do a lot more like takeaway stuff in the car. That will be coming to the channel. Yeah, I'm really excited by that. I got a little bit of a backlog at the moment with some with some beers that I need to get through, and some of the noodles. I've got a few more packs of noodles to get through, and then we can really kick on. I reckon it's in case the bar staff touches the top on the lip of your glass, transferring your germ. Well, I mean, Black Friday deal, Simon, 3 Perth draft Stella at £86. To be honest, Ryan Mackenzie, I wouldn't drink. I'm not being a beer snob here, but I wouldn't drink 3 kegs of Perfect Draft Stella. I know that might sound like really beer snobby, but I wouldn't drink it, I'm afraid. Unless it's is it the Belgian stuff? If it's the Belgian stuff, I might, if I had nothing in the house, no beer in the house whatsoever, and it was the Belgian Stella, then I might consider that for £86. That's quite cheap, isn't it? Pilsner is hoppy, yeah, but Paul Jones in a very different way. This is like a real floral, a floral hoppy thing going on here. Michael Richards, if I have a session 5% IPA, yeah. It gets me really oof. Them Vice beers yesterday, I was absolutely rocking after them. I was rocking. Can't remember editing the video on YouTube. I've obviously uploaded it. I've done all the tags and thumbnails right. But my goodness me, I'm dancing in the living room after those Vice beers. Matt's having a Madrid banging. Palate fatigue, says David. Yeah. Big Kev, I have an emergency plastic spoon in my car that's never been washed in 5 years. I don't get pubs that insist on giving you a new glass. Big Kev, I totally agree, Big Kev. I had the same the other evening. I asked to use the same glass. I said, I said, David Cronin, it's a load of rubbish, isn't it? Absolute load of rubbish. Blue Raven Outdoors. Changed my channel name. Used to be Top Shelf Beer Reviews. I know you. Well, hello, Blue Raven. I really want to try your beer you did with Brew York Brewery. Martin Day. See if you can find some, mate. See if you can find some. Right, super chat time, and it's by Bendernet, and it's $5 American. Thank you very much for the $5 American super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Absolutely lovely of you. Had my first Corona beer the other day. After one bottle, it got to me. Well, I mean, depends if you're used to it or you're not used to it. Well, you could have had half the vice beers. I still went to bed at like 10 o'clock. I was thinking, I feel strange. I'd obviously gone through the whole motions, but it's funny because normally you go to sleep, don't you? And you sleep 8 hours and you wake up fine. But going through the process of sobering up during the day, it's really weird. It's really weird because you're thinking there's something wrong with you. And I got really moody as well. Like late afternoon, I was like, oh, really kind of moody. And you go through the motions, absolutely go through the motions. I come back the other side then, but still slightly dizzy going to bed type of thing, 10 o'clock in the night. Thank you very much, Brendan. You're saying great show. Thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Andrew is back in Wales drinking. That's gone. Where's that gone? Back in Wales drinking Bedrock Blonde from Bluestone Brewing Company after spending the last couple of days drinking Guinness in Dublin. Andrew, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed Dublin. I quite like that Bedrock Blonde. It's quite nice. Any comments on what happened in Dublin? Oh, no, we can't go there. We cannot go there. I haven't really looked, to be honest with you. I don't even know what happened. But I don't think it would be very wise to go down that route, to be that conversation. I think that conversation kind of stays there. 273 likes, viewers. Sorry, if you can hit the like button down below. If you can hit the like button down below, I'd be very much appreciative of that. It would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Big Kev's little brother, twice removed. Some right characters in this pub. Hello, Big Kev's little brother. How are you doing? Ryan McKenzie, what's worse than two girls running with scissors? Two girls scissors. With Brian McKenzie, whoa, that's a vision, isn't it? Henry P always wakes me up after 4 hours. Henry, I'm terrible. I get up 3 times. I get up 3 times every night. Once 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock's the worst. 5 o'clock in the morning's the worst. Because I get up and I can't go back to sleep. I'm lying there then for an hour, like awake. I should just get up at 5 in the morning at that stage. But I was thinking of setting an alarm clock at 2 in the morning. If I set an alarm clock at 2 in the morning, went at 2, I reckon I could stretch it out then. I normally get up between 6 and 7 o'clock is my normal time. But I was, last Saturday, did the Stone Crow. I had a bit to drink last week, didn't I? I will admit, I had a bit to drink. I got a bit woozy. Started talking about the witch hunt and all that other stuff. It does my head in, that does, because I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh, what did I say? And that's why I call it the witching hour. What did I say? Did I say anything like too over the top, or what did I? If I've upset anyone, then I do apologise. But I woke up Saturday morning, little bit of a stinging head. Come down the stairs, and as I was coming down the stairs, my nose went up in the air. I was like, "What is that smell?" Come down, flipping dog. Ugh. He'd messed, hadn't he? He'd messed in the kitchen. And it was the second day in a row. He's old now. He's an old boy. But it was a second day in a row. And I was like, I can't deal with this. So I got my coat and shoes. I went out the house. I went up Greg's. I went to Greg's. I was in Greg's at about 6:30 in the morning. Coffee and a bacon sandwich, £2.99. That was my last Saturday morning after the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Because I can't do it, see. I can't do the old whoopsies. I flipping, like, I just can't do it. So I just got my coat and shoes. I went for a walk. I went to Greg's. And then Mel's texted me, I'm watching the Grand Prix qualifying. She knew why I went. what's the word? I know it's all part of the process. I know when you have a dog, it's a dog for life, isn't it? They're great when they're young. They're absolutely fantastic when they're young dogs. They really are. When they get a bit older, he's old now. He's following me around. And when I put him out for the toilet out the garden, the moment he goes out, the moment he's like constantly yipping to come back in. Yeah, and he's just nervous. He's just more of he's just like, he doesn't have the same confidence. He's losing his eyesight a little bit. And he's not he's not the same dog. He's not the same dog. But on the other side of things, it's all part of the process, isn't it? You look after them when they're young. They play with you. You get lots of enjoyment. And now this is the time now where, you give them a little bit more attention. You look after them a little bit more. And, if they crap, you go up Greg's and have a coffee. Hi, Simon. Hope you're good. Good to see you back. Glasgow Red TV. Absolutely. A dog isn't just for Christmas. It's for sandwiches. I kind of smash tackle. Honestly, don't get me into trouble, Mal. Don't get me into trouble. They are a man's best friend. Go surreal. Stringless hoodie, Simon. The holes are there. Oh, it went in the washing machine. It came out of the washing machine with no strings. An ABK watching tonight. Their hoodie, no strings. Red hat, red face, red hat, shape. Love Loki. Hello, Christine. How you doing? The most easy things are almost impossible with a massive Al Humphreys. Oh yeah, after last Friday, I just couldn't. Go to real. At that point, I just wanted a hot coffee and a bacon roll. I quite enjoyed it actually. I stood outside and it was the High Street, Barry High Street, Barry Town Centre, Greg's, and there was nobody about. There was a couple of people inside sitting down, and I just stood outside with my bacon roll and my cup of coffee, and there was a couple of vans going by, a couple of builders going in buying their burgers. Bacon. I don't normally see that side of life, because what I normally do, I make my own coffee, I read the internet, and then on a Saturday morning, religiously now, we make, after the Stone Crow, we make a fry up. Sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, beans, tomatoes, toast. I'll do the whole thing. Whack that down, and that normally sorts me out after the Stone Crow. But yeah, you see a different side of life, don't you? When you're like, oh, there's people like really using Greg's this time of the morning, where it used to be kind of like burger vans, didn't it? I think personally, Greg's are almost like taking on the burger van. They're in industrial estates. It's a bit naughty, really, isn't it? I think personally, it's a bit naughty for Greg's to set up in an industrial estate. I think on a personal level, they're just trying to wipe people out, aren't they? Runs with the Wind, £10 super sticker. Thank you so very much. Runs with the Wind. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. What are we saying here now? Christian here. Real Ale craft beer. Not doing too good, Si. To be honest, I've had a car accident 2 weeks ago. Broken hip. Oh no, Christine. Oh no. Broken hip. Car wrote off. Had to buy a new car for work, but can't even walk yet long. So just sat at home sadly. Oh, Christine, I'm really, really sorry for you. I hope. I know it's the old sentence that everybody says, but I hope you're well soon. Oh, that's bad, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's awful. That's awful. I hope that you're better soon. Ken Hogg, €2 super chat. Hi, having a nice cold grafters. Is that a cider? Ken Hogg? That sounds like a cider, mate. Comment in the comments box. Is that a cider? Thanks for the €2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Tom said the only hangover cure is to not stop drinking. My brother-in-law's a sod for that. My brother-in-law, we'll go down to Salisbury. We'll normally get down there like Friday afternoon about 6 o'clock. We'll have a few beers, take away, bed at 11 type of thing, and then we're up Saturday morning. And he's straight back at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like, opening can. I'm like, flipping heck, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. And he only does it he does that very same thing. He wipes away his hangover with another beer. I can't face it that time of day. If I've had a big session the night before, I can't. I can't string it on like that. Lunchtime, about 12 o'clock, I'll wipe my hangover away at 12 o'clock. But then again, I'm a bacon roll man. I want to have a cup of tea and a bacon roll that time of day. I don't want to be straight back. If I've had a session the night before, like tomorrow morning, it's like me now drinking tonight, and then tomorrow morning getting straight back on it. Oh no, it's the last thing I want. Normally Saturday about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm getting a bit warm. I'm starting to warm up a little bit. What's this about Barry? Get yourself down to Barry Island tomorrow, Simon. Go on the fairground ride. After the beers, yeah, absolutely. You should make a set of real ale craft beer branded glasses and sell them. One for each beer type. Tulip, IPA, Weizen, taster glasses. I'd buy John F. Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because people bought the hoodies. I'm a really humble guy. I'm a really, really humble guy. I really am. People were buying the hoodies. They were loving the hoodies. I'm just so lapsadaisy with it all. People still ask me, have you got any t-shirts, have you got any hoodies? I'm so laid back. I need, I need to make more of an effort, really. I mean, if I could get some glasses together, but I think being a really humble person as I am, like, I wouldn't be able to push it. I wouldn't be able to put, like, will you buy my glasses? Will you buy my hoodies? Will you buy my t-shirts? I know people want it, but I couldn't imagine pushing it. It's just not that kind of... Like, I'll do a Stone Crow and I'll thank everybody for the super chat, or I'll thank everybody if they want to become a member. But I couldn't actively push, for super chats, or I couldn't push for memberships. It comes in and I say thank you very much and I appreciate it. But same thing with I couldn't push glasses, I couldn't push a hoodie, I couldn't push t-shirts, that sort of thing. So I don't really, and I suppose that's my fault, isn't it? GC, let's find this super chat before it goes. Where is this super chat gone? Here we go. Hi Simon, try Williams Brothers East Coast and West Coast IPAs in Aldi. Great bang for the buck. Enjoy. Thanks for your efforts. GC, thank you very much. I really appreciate your £5 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Now, Roy. Some of those Poland's. Oh, I'm yawning. I don't know what's the matter with me. I have been on a 6-mile walk today. I went out for a 6-mile. Got in at 3 o'clock this afternoon. This time last week, I had a left in Noel while visiting the Christmas market in Lille. Craig, I bet that was fantastic, mate. I bet that was wonderful. Anyone else seen the Pearl and Back of Hells in Lidl? Tom, that sounds like a plan. That sounds fantastic. Had one last week. Oof, now then, Tom. Well, it's 5 to 8. So if anybody wants to rush, I can imagine people are already rushing a little. Got to get the review done. I'll probably pop up tomorrow morning. But I don't review on the weekend anymore. I used to review Sunday nights religiously. Religiously, I used to love a Sunday night reviewing. But I don't do that anymore. I just keep it Monday to Friday. Get them done. And then I have my weekend to myself. I do the Stone Crow on a Friday. I suppose that's what's happened. I've done the Stone Crow on a Friday and I don't do anything on a Sunday anymore. Christine Ayres, you just take your time and don't rush. Yes, Christine, you absolutely take your time. Right, I'm going to get this super chat first from PVA Caesar. £10 super chat saying, cheers, thanks for all the great beer reviews. Thank you very much, PVA. I really appreciate that, mate. Have you noticed, though? Where are we? We're 55 minutes in. I drank the first beer in 20 minutes. That means I've had this beer for 36 minutes. And it's, well, I got another IPA. I might mix it up, actually, because this IPA is 6%, the next one. And I might, if I mix it up a bit, if I go too early, you know, if you bolt too early on a 6%er, I'll be all over the shop, won't I? But see, I'm just not as fluid, am I? I'm not as flowy with the hoppy stuff anymore. I don't know what's the matter with me. Right, Big Kev's little brother, twice removed. Are plasterboards cheaper than Conservatory glass in Wales, Simon? What's going on there? Well, the other side is a public lane. It's a public lane. I do have some windows. Look, I'll show you the windows. See them up there? There. And my old demijohn. Oh, I can never do. Just point to the demijohn. There's my old demijohn. Look. Hang on. That way. Yeah, there we go. There's the old demijohn up there. Yeah, so I'm literally like underground. Literally, this house is so far underground. It's insane. It's so funny. People don't understand until they come in here. They don't understand just how far in the ground we are. We're like hobbits here. Hi, mate. What happened to the Snyder Vice Tab 7? You let me know. What? You let me down, knocking it out of the battle earlier on. Andrew, I drank it. I did. I drank them all. I drank them all. Couldn't believe it. Man was like, why's my tea burned? I drank them all yesterday. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. That must be nice to see rain falling as it's chucking outside. On the roof, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of boarding it over, insulating it, plasterboarding and putting a false ceiling in. Thinking about that, but it'll make the only trouble is it'll make it dark then. Next question. Surely blinds are cheaper than plasterboards. Oh, blimey. You need to get on the Vice Beer side so we can see the Raven to Castles in the Sky. Oh, I was on it yesterday. Castles in the Sky, Prodigy. What's the Prodigy song that goes? What's that? A Prodigy song? No. I had that blasting yesterday with a. Psychosomatic, Addict Insane. That one. What was that one? I had that one going. Breathe with me. Yeah, that's it. Himself again. That was it. Breathe. The Craft Beer Hub. Good evening. Hello. How are we doing, Mark? Are you all right, mate? You all right? I'm 8 o'clock in now. I'm 2 beers in, Mark. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. I'm going to get a beer out. I'm going to get a Hammerton Tint. This was sent to me by the brewery. It's got a widgie in, a London Nitro Stout, look. It's got a widget in the bottom of the glass. Woo! Look at that. Great beer. Great stout, this one. Same glass, no messing about. It's going to be a black IPA now with all the hops up the side of the glass. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? It's really tasty as well. This is a really, really tasty beer. Feel the pressure. Still singing. I got Prodigy in my head now. Psychosomatic and insane. Nice one, Christine. I hope you make a full recovery as soon as possible. Can't be in a good widget. Yeah, well, yes, absolutely. Sean says, love a stout. Ghosts are real. It's kicking in now. He's getting Hamilton. He's getting Hamilton. Evening all. Sam Smith, Imperial Stout for me this evening. Paul Hawley. I bet, Paul, you sat back on your sofa with a fantastic Sam Smith's Imperial Stout, and I bet you're just sipping at it, look, just nice and calmly, and I bet it's just a nice also. Do you know what I do? I do the Stone Crow Virtual Pub, and I stand, and I'm kind of like, I never stop moving. Though I've noticed this, I'm always kind of either moving back and forward, or I'm never still. But I'm like, I found myself like, if I was sat in the chair now, relaxed, like feet up in the air type of thing, on the old lazy boy, that stout would last me about a half hour. But because I'm doing a live feed and I'm like, whoa, you know, boom, talking, commenting, reading comments, asking people to like the likes and everything else, and off we go. I find I'm like, it's the old ADHD, I think. The old undiagnosed ADHD. It wasn't such a thing when I was a kid. So I always say, you know, if I was a kid now, they'd be like, yeah, he's one of those. Get him on the old. I've been enjoying all the German beer videos. Process Brian. Tint that the truth. Yes, Hamilton Tint. Do you know what I think? I'm just very quickly, I got a funny feeling. I put a log on the fire about 45 minutes ago now, half an hour ago. I'm just going to go and check the fire a minute. If I need to put a log on, I'll come back and I'll take you with me, because I'll be about 10 minutes messing about with the fire. Yes, the fire definitely needs attention. Right, I'm going to unplug. Here we go. Unplug the iPhone. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. I'll leave the beer. Let's go and sort the fire out. Hold on. Hang on. Sort this tripod out. There's a dog. All right, dog. He got his rubber ring on because he's itching. He won't stop itching. Right. It's going out. Too big. Literally. It should go. It should go. I'll have to stick these in instead. Look at that. Flipping gate post. Want to see a trick with a log burner? You want to light a log burner really quickly. You know the bottom part? Open that door, nice and wide. Can you hear that? Boom. Instant light. There we go. Right, let's go. There's the RSG there. There's a big old RSG. Oh, hang on. What are you doing up there then? Oh, hang on. Right. There we are. Look, here we go. Back to normal. Right. Just got to plug you in. There we are. Away we go. So the fire's lit. The fire is lit. We got Al Humphreys, 200 likes. Brilliant. Thank you, Al. I burnt myself there. Smoky, innit? Was in Dublin for the first time last week. Just went to a place called John Kavanagh, the Gravediggers. I never thought Guinness could be that good. I reckon they make it for certain pubs properly. Not to put a dampener on your holiday, Mark. I would never ever do that. My argument is, if they can make it good for some pubs, then why can't they make it good for the whole world? That's my argument. If Guinness is meant to be that good, make it that good. Don't make it good for like some places. I find it quite ridiculous, actually. It needs to be good everywhere, doesn't it? It's smoky now. I suppose that's the only downfall with a log burner, isn't it? If you have that door open too long, it doesn't fill the house. Fill the house with smoke. I slept like a log once, says Big Kev, and woke up in the fireplace. Sorry, one of my dad's favourites. Conservatory roof looks mad. Oh, it's a glass one. It's a glass one. Yeah. Just the thing is, how I see it, I've stayed in the same place. And I've improved it gradually. Gradual. It's not like I got this amazing place and like, what am I trying to say? I've worked hard, this place was a shit show for years when I bought it. It was like there was chipboard on the walls. It was horrible. It was horrible. And it's only like, it's changing mindset. That's all it is. Changing the mindset. It's like they didn't need to be chipboard on the walls. But I'm not saying I did it all at once. It took me 20 years. It took me the best part of 20 years to sort this, but it's not even finished. I'm still doing stuff now. Still doing stuff. I think if you work hard enough at something, it'll all just come. It'll all click together. But it takes a long time. Rome wasn't built in a day, I say. Just chip. The biggest thing, I get it all the time. And you've probably heard it in your lifetime as well. If you're 40 odd years of age or older or you're slightly younger, you've probably heard it as well from your friends and family. And that is, why don't you just move? People will say, why don't you just move? If I would feel like I've given up. If I didn't do what I wanted to do here, I would firmly believe, and I don't think I'd be able to ever, like, I'd be a bit heartbroken if I was honest, because if you can see potential, even if it's frustrating you, even if it's the most frustrating potential ever, just keep digging away at it slowly. You'll finally get there. You will finally get there. I got a fear now. My fear is that I put down. Let me unplug you again. 3 years ago, I put down these tiles on the floor. I'm not sure how well you can see them. Put them all the way through, in the kitchen, all the way through. Here's the old kitchen. But I put these all the way through. Log burner's doing all right. And my biggest fear, I got 4 boxes left. There's 4 boxes under there. I got 4 boxes left. And excuse the floor. Dog goes back and forth, and I'm not cleaning it every single day of the week. It's wet, it's damp, it's horrible. I can store all my logs out here. But I put this tile floor down about 8 years ago. The squares. And my biggest fear, and it's money, isn't it? It's always money. My biggest fear is that when I want to, like, perhaps put them out here in the conservatory or put them out there in the garden, now it's nice and flat, they're going to be discontinued. And I wanted that flow. I wanted all of the tiles all the way through the conservatory, all the way out the garden. So the whole of the ground floor has got all these, like, nice plank tile things going on. And of course, I'm one of these people, I won't go into debt for it. I'll save up, and it's my biggest fear that I've saved up enough money, and by the time I want them back, I want to put them down, they're discontinued. But I won't go into debt for it. I won't go, right, okay, I'm that fearful of it all that I'm gonna, like, go into a massive amount of debt for it. Why are we losing? Why are people leaving? What is the situation here then? What? I think it's been a bigger fear. Not biggest fear, of course, but it's better that way. I've never been in debt either. Go through it. I just don't. It's just not for me. Like, you know, I've done it. I've been young. Bought another house. Thought I was the real deal. Done it. Being a landlord. Honestly, it's not as easy. It seems easy. It seems really, really easy. I've done it. I've gone into it, and I hated it. I hated the debt. So I vowed never to do it again. I think in your lifetime, I think you're allowed to do that sort of thing, like maybe once, and then you learn from your mistakes. You're like, no way, I'll save up for it and I'll buy it. If they're out of stock or if they discontinue them and I can't afford them, then tough, isn't it? Tough. If I can't afford them, I can't have them. We'll have to come up with some other plan of replacing these old tiles out here. Ryan said he can't stand Brewdog Lager too, and I never tried it. Well, you've got to give it a try to at least say that you can stand it. You may love it. You never know. Tried the Brewdog Grind Coffee Stout, and that was revolting. My current favourite ale is that Tropical Ferret beer. Is awesome for £2 a bottle. Christine, enjoy. My family has gone to potty in the UK. If I could move, I would to the USA. Well, Al Humphrey says Rome wasn't built in a day, but that was the original quote from the builders. Yeah. HPA is nice. Gotcha, Matt. HPA. Lots of people talking to one another. Let's be honest. You've done some DIY between beers, Simon, and in 20 years it isn't finished. Absolutely. Hey, Si, I hope you're well. Has Brewdog gone off the rails? Heard a lot of people slating him recently. Pimp My Sniper. Hello, Pimp My Sniper. How are you doing? I don't know. I think that Brewdog's Brewdog now. It's just Brewdog. They just exist, don't they? I don't think anybody, like, I used to be really passionate. I used to be like morbidly upset, like when they changed their beers. I was like the worst, wasn't I? I was like a crybaby. But that's only because I remember how good they were. They were great, Brewdog, back in the day. They were fantastic. I used to love going to their bars. Love having their Juicy Lucy burgers and punk IPAs and all the stouts and all the guest beers. It was fantastic. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then when it changed, of course, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, maybe you can kind of like steer the course back, but there was no steering it back, was it? They were on the course to, it was just this, it was just money. And there was no changing that. And a little YouTube channel like mine was never going to change it. So I thought to myself, I'm not going to upset myself anymore by talking Brewdog, and I'm just going to ignore them. I'm just not going to get involved. I'm not going to bother. Which is a shame, because, like, there must be some regret. There must be, like, the owners. There must be, if they can lay on their pillows at night and sleep easy, knowing that they were a great brewery and knowing what their beer tastes like now, then they're just robots, aren't they? They're just complete robots. It's just like they're probably laying on the most luxurious pillows and the most luxurious beds and the most luxurious quilts, laying next to the most beautiful women. And it's just who cares if your beer tastes good when you got that sort of life, just whatever. But 3 o'clock in the morning, when you wake up for that toilet and you lay back in bed and all the thoughts are spinning round, because we all have them. We all have our thoughts spinning round at 3 o'clock in the morning or whenever time you decide to wake up for the toilet. And, it's probably their thoughts are, we were once making terrific beer. now we don't make great beer anymore, and I can imagine their heads completely spinning in the early hours of the morning, you know. Because what's money? What's money? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm complaining that I can't afford to tile my floor. Don't get me wrong. Money's important. Money's very important. But at the same time, it's not everything, is it? It's not everything. It can make you a real horrible person. Money. It can make you a real evil, like, terrible person. Anyway. Some joking using my name on the. Oh, right. Big Kev. I don't know whether I should be flattered, but I ain't got a younger brother. Might be a troll. I don't know. Oh, Big Kev. Right. Apologies. I actually thought that was real. So, can we please have some respect? Look, we've all seen it. If you're following my channel, if you're a dedicated viewer of my channel, you've all seen the attempts to, like, get under my skin and whatnot. And Big Kev, if you're still tuned in, if you're still listening, if you're still watching, let it fly, mate. I let it fly every single day of the week. I let it fly. I don't let these people affect me. Because all they want is what you've got. That's all they want. They just want that. They want to just take it all from you. And they will do whatever they can to take it from you. They really will. Trust me. So it's not you, Big Kev. It's me. They're looking, these wonderful people who pretend to be your mate, and then they pretend to, you know, these wonderful people out there WhatsApping each other. I was friends with that person once too. And it's don't let it get under your skin, Big Kev. You just gotta let it ride. You just gotta let it float over your head. Because honestly, the stories I could tell you, best just to let it fly. Let it fly. It's Friday night, Big Kev. Pour yourself a beer, or what's that thing you're drinking? That plumbing blue juice stuff tonight. What's it called? I can't remember now. Go and get yourself another one. Let it fly, my friend. It's good that some of us learn from our experiences. The same nonsense that they pulled in that will never happen again. Nigel Watson, I totally agree with you. Totally agree. Oh, that whole television thing. Some people buying mugs with the alien man on him. What was his name? Mr. Was it Witty? Looked like an alien, didn't he? People buy their mugs like he was a hero. Oh, God, for goodness sake. God, no. I'm on the Guinness West Indies Porter tonight. Good stuff. Wonky boss, rookie boss. I don't drink anything under 5% or anything brewed in the UK. There's some good UK breweries out there, to be honest. Chris, well, we're talking Brewdog, are we? Sean, I haven't yet. I might watch it. The Jungle. Fearless Fox says, "Got stay puff, Tiny Rebel on the perfect draft. Enjoying it, actually. Cheers." Well, enjoy, Fearless Fox. Yeah, Matt Williams. I will read it and I will agree. Let's go down to all of the. Oh, hang on, we got it. Here he is again. Right. Do you know? Just to give some, just to shine a very small light. Nah. You can all see it in the chat. I don't need to shine any kind of light, do I? Look, can we all enjoy our Friday night without trying to undermine, without trying to... This is a bit like, say I'm a tyre company, and say I'm the tyre company that's selling quite a lot of tyres in the town. And then another tyre company decides to open up down the road. And then that new tyre company starts posting notes through people's door, whispering in the schoolyard, that sort of thing. Malicious, like the tyre company that's selling all the tyres are this, or they're that, or they're this. And all it's for, all they're doing is that they're trying to take your business from you. They're trying to become the #1 tyre company in the town. And I've seen it for such a long time. I've seen it for such a long time. And the comments can come in. The comments can come in on this channel. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. But if it starts to bother my viewers, if it's starting to like, I've got people I know that come in on here on this live feed at 7 o'clock, bang on the dot, and they're looking forward to the live stream, and it's going to make, you know, a bit of a decent evening for themselves, and they're going to enjoy it. And then the next thing you know, you've got a channel that's making a name. You know, I think you all know what I'm trying to say here. Trying to upset people, trying to like, purposely upset people, and knowing that it's going to upset me. Well, you know, all I can do as that tyre company who sells the most tyres in the town is to carry on selling the most tyres in the town and ignore the BS. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do is carry on selling tyres. And that's what I will do. I'll carry on selling tyres. Let's move on. Let's move on then. I tell you what, the people who know life, I think will understand this completely what I'm saying. And the people who don't, well, I'm awfully sorry about that. I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm not going to get into specifics here. Big Kev, boom, I'm putting your comment up. I don't care. I'm not offended. All I want, and I'll take that away quickly because I don't want to make a big deal of it. All I want is for a lovely night on a Friday. Should we have a lovely night? Should we have a lovely night? Let's go. I'm going to go through all the comments and we'll get down to the bottom. Can't wait to see Napoleon. Heard mixed reviews. Let's talk about Napoleon. Right. My wife talked to me the other morning about Napoleon and how it's not, what's the word? It's not like totally telling the truth, or it's not like close to the being really, really truthful. Well, as long as it's kind of, my argument was, now my wife got a degree in history and she loves all that historical stuff, and she won't watch Oppenheimer either because it's too far from the, a little bit too far from what actually happened. But for me, as long as it kind of gives me a bit of a rough idea, I don't need it to be bang on down the line, like complete truth. Because at the end of the day, it's a drama at the same time, isn't it? If this Napoleon thing was just like sticking to the absolute specifics, then it wouldn't be much fun, would it? It'd be a little bit boring. So I like the fact that as long as it's kind of the truth, it's been dramatised, haven't it? It's been dramatised. I'm going for a wee. I'll be back now. I've just been to the toilet, of course, we just mentioned that. But when I had a full pint, I put a couple of logs on, didn't I? That fire's munching through logs at the moment. It's not going out yet, but can you do me a favour? 15 minutes. We'll go and put one more log on the fire. I'm trying to get that big one in. I want to try and get that big one in because I got logs everywhere. I chopped a tree down in the garden, a massive cherry tree. And I've been drying the wood for about a year, about 14 months I've been drying the wood. I'll show you some of the wood now. But you've seen it, haven't you? The tree was massive. I mean, if you think about that's just a little bit of the circle. It was like massive trunk on this tree. And I got it down with a chainsaw. And well, no, I think I made a video, didn't I? With the car jacks and everything. Remember that video with the car jacks? Where I was jacking this tree off the wall? Can anybody remember that? Well, I chopped it all up into bits and it's just everywhere. It's all over the conservatory. And whenever I got a cold night now, I'm like literally stuffing. I need to get my axe. I got an axe. I need to take them all out the garden again and chop them again in half. It's just blooming painstaking. Almost 300 views. I know, and then I had to go for a wee, and we dropped off to 271. I tell you what, Let's get it back to 300 views. Hit the like button down below. Hit the like button down below. If we can get to 300 live viewers, that would be wonderful. That would be brilliant. I think we're only about 40 subscribers away as well. If there's people here who haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing, because I think we're only 40 subscribers away from our next 1,000 subscribers, which will be fantastic. So if you've got any friends, any family who you think can help out, get us over the line, 71,000 subscribers, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'm slowly climbing to that. I might next year call it Project, see if we can push it, Project Silver Play Button. see if we can pull in a mammoth amount of subscribers next year, and see if we can get that play button, that 100,000 play button on YouTube. That'd be nice, but I think we're probably still 3 years away from that. I'll be about 47 years of age. I started this YouTube channel when I was 30 years old. And it's been a slow burner, this YouTube channel, because if I'm correct in my thinking that in 3 years' time, I'm going to get a silver play button for 100,000 subscribers, that means it would have taken me 17 years of my life to do it. Maybe we can try and do it all next year. Maybe we can do a project, Project Silver Play Button. Love Badger has put in a £5 super sticker. Thank you so very much to Love Badger for the £5 super sticker. I really, really, really appreciate it. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. Where did that go? I'm trying to do something else. What do I do? Yeah. I've called it, man. I've called it. Just like, I think you can only give someone so many chances. I think to come in and destabilize like that, it's been a great night. It's been a really lovely night, and for someone to come in and destabilize the mood, come in and try and like, oh yeah, Joe, yeah, I won't mention that, mate. Oh my goodness me, yeah, I won't mention that. For someone to come in and destabilize the chat like that and try and destabilize the mood and upset people, and you know what? I'm not interested. I give them the chance. I've gone through about 80 comments, and there's like about 40 of them are from this one person, and I'm awfully sorry. If you were genuine, which I don't think you were very genuine, I banned it and blocked it. I just it's one of those situations. You see a bad egg. You see a bad egg from a mile away. Yeah. Just let's move on. Anthony, what did Anthony just say? Great channel. Love the reviews. Very funny at times. Very informative. Thank you very much. Right. Let's get back on track. Let's put a smile back on my face. Let's get back on track. I've had a lovely night. I really have. The stout's been really good. Remind me in about 5 or 10 minutes time to go and put a log on the fire. We need to go and put a log on the fire. Go surreal. That was for the best. Thank you very much. We're just gonna try and keep it real. we're going to try and keep it real because like anything in life, should we? Do you know? The biggest thing, and I suppose it's my biggest challenge, and I don't mind speaking about it really, is, oh, I got Mark S's comments. He's just come in with how much a big bag of firewood. I've cut all the wood myself, Mark S. So at the moment I haven't bought any fire. Oh, somebody met me in Craft Republic. Smash Taco. Met you in Craft Republic in the summer. It was great to meet you. Smash Taco. Yeah, absolutely. Great to meet you too. It really was. It really was. So I think it's the combination of being live and the combination of having a beer. Do you know, if you were in a real pub and you had someone in your ear all night, like bah, 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 in your ear all night, rah, 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 you could do something about it, couldn't you? I'm not going to say what you could do about it live on YouTube, but you would be very tempted to do something about it, wouldn't you? But the problem is with doing a live feed on YouTube and having a great time and drinking, of course, and 99.9% of the people are great. And then there's that one person that comes along that wants to kind of rock the apple cart. It's there's not a lot you can do about it apart from like block them. And I hate blocking people. I absolutely hate blocking people because I'm all for all freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff. But there's crossing a line in it. It's crossing. I bet this same person now, and this is what I like Instagram about. The reason why I love Instagram is that you can block somebody and then it'll give you the option to block any other account that comes from that same email address. The problem we have on YouTube is that same person is probably furiously typing away, creating another channel right now, and they'll be back in 10 minutes and they'll be doing the whole thing over again in 10 minutes time. Like, in your face, And if you're in a pub, had a few beers, and someone's in your face all night, you can do something about it. But on YouTube, you can't do anything about it. You just got to kind of like just suck it up and get to the witching hour. Thunderous Truth. Trolls in a virtual pub are like idiots in a real pub. To be thrown out. Thunderous Truth. I used to do a lot of that. I used to love that. I used to be a bar manager, I'd be a bar. One guy kicked the chair out from someone, and he landed on his backside. That was me. I was the person landing on my backside. But then the person went through. They were like saloon doors, you know, the doors that flap, literally. Three of it, because he was a big guy. The guy who kicked the chair leg and broke the chair leg, kicked it from under me, and I just went. The moment that happened, three blokes went boom, boom, and the three of us literally, we threw him, and it was like 3 steps down, and he went, and he literally landed. Oh God, lock the door. We're like this all night, looking through the windows. It was a lock-in. It was late. It was past 11 o'clock. It was a lock-in in the pub. We're thinking, oh, the cops are going to turn up any minute now. And someone said, have a look through the doors. See if this bloke's all right. And he was gone. He must have got up and gone like. But we were convinced. The way he landed, 4 steps down, through these saloon doors, the way he landed, we thought, oh my God, we were expecting all the sirens and all sorts, like newspaper headline. We were like, oh my God, what's happened? But he'd gone. He must have done some kind of like barrel roll as he hit the ground. Worst pub experience I had was when my food got coughed on delivery. Oh dear. So what I said to the waitress who did it was, okay, that's fair enough. And I walked out and did not pay. Well, Christine, that's disgusting, isn't it? That's you can't really do anything about that, can you? It's just disgusting. Oh, Mac, I love playing darts in the pub, yeah. Ryan thought the witching hour's coming up. It's going to be a fun witching hour. Love the Stone Crow. They're ticking over nicely these days. Matt Williams. Yeah. I live around the corner from Lost and Grounded. I don't recall seeing you review any of their beers. I have. Nick Few, I have. Simon, have you ever reviewed or had the chicken selects from McDonald's, and what is your choice of dip? Michael Summers, I've had them in many burgers. People comment about this all the time. I've had chicken selects in like a burger, but not on their own. Yeah, they're just like giant chicken nuggets, isn't they? Great stuff, Simon. Neil Oldfield. Mickey, Big Kev, yeah. I do apologise to you, mate. It's not at you, mate. It's not at you. It's oops, sorry. It's the get at me, and to be honest, I've spent far too long talking about it now. Processed food is poison, says Nigel Watson. The way I've been feeling at the moment, Nigel Watson, I think you're right. I've been eating a lot of this processed food. I felt terrible. The last 10 days, I don't feel like my full of energy self after eating all that processed food. I've reviewed loads of noodles, McDonald's. What else have I done? I've done all sorts, haven't I? Pigs in blankets, steak pies, Marks and Spencer's sausages. But the more I'm reviewing it, the more I'm like, well, look at my face. I'm like, whoa, it's becoming hard work. Right, that tip was lovely. We are 10 minutes away from the witching hour, and we're flying towards a 6% ABV IPA. 5.1, that's not too bad. Maharaja IPA. So this already feels like a big old hoppy beer, this one. Yes, who just said that then? It's gone. The comment's gone. Um, who just said something really like it's coming up to the Witcher now? Let's have a good time. Let's have a bit of fun or something. Mickey Mouse said reviewing vegetables would be boring. Matty said, have you ever brewed your own beer? I have, but here's my situation. I have brewed homebrew, but in an ideal world, I would brew homebrew and I drink it all. The problem is, I review so much industrial beer or so many brewery beer, and I get sent so much brewery beer that if I brewed homebrew, it would go off. I just simply wouldn't have any time to drink it. We have got a 15 Australian dollar super chat from the wonderful Trav. Here it is. Let's put it up. Right, here we go. Trav from Australia. Simon, where's your pipe and slippers? I've had you on Bluetooth in the truck, and you can like a white old fat talking about his life's experiences to his crash. Travis, oh God, I got some stories, mate. Oh, I got some stories. I've lived a life. I reckon I've lived 4 lives. It's why I'm so content now. Thanks very much, Eddie, by the way, for the 15 Australian dollar super chat. But it's why I'm so happy and I'm so content. I've had a life. I really have. Oh, my goodness me. I stuck cars on their roofs, driving, crashed. I've like been smacked in the face by a golf ball at 100 miles an hour. At the age of 8, I was 8 years old when that happened. Rolled a car when I was 17, my first ever car, Ford Fiesta Mark II, Ford Fiesta Flight, E registration, 1989. I loved it. It was my baby. Rolled it in the lane, stuck it on his roof. I've done stuff that I've forgotten. I've done stuff in my life that I've forgotten about. And I'm happy. I'm really kind of happy that I'm 44 and there's still more to go. I mean, you've seen this whole thing going on up here. There's still stuff going on. I'm still a cheeky monkey. Yeah, you the stuff in the last year has been kind of really like my wife's like, what the if I'm married here, like type of thing. Nuts. Like I'm not one for boundaries. I'm not one for boundaries. I'm not one for like don't do this, don't do that. Don't do this, don't do that. I'm just not one for that. You know, I'm just not one for towing the line, if you like. I don't really toe the line. I do what I want. Well, it's not even the Witcher now yet, and I'm saying all these terrible things. I have promised, and I've promised, and I've promised, haven't I? And people get really frustrated, and people have stopped asking now about what's going on out there. I will eventually show people. I will eventually show people what's going on out there. Got a piece of hair. There we are. It's on my way. It's been fun. It's been fun. I still roll around. I still got do I get it done? Yeah, why not? Let's get it. It's Friday night. Let's mess about. It's so like it's that sort of thing. Let's buy a chainsaw in Lidl's. Drip petrol all over yourselves. Why won't this thing go? Ugh. Broken the damn thing. It won't go. People are like, quick, turn the TV off. He's about to chop his leg off. It won't go. I don't know. I think, and I like, thanks very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. But I think, like, I like free spirits. I really do. I like free spirits in life. I like the people, or be like, you know, whatever. You know, let's just crack on. Let's have fun. I really I consider myself a free spirit in the world. Like, people who own, like, let's talk like quite in code. But people who go, oh, I own this land, but I don't want to do anything with it, and I'm going to let it grow with Japanese knotweed. And even though we've let it grow with Japanese knotweed, like, we're still going to make you the person that's going to be the bad person, you know, if you want to kind of like take this land. Even though you want to put apple trees and pear trees and look after it type of thing, we're still going to make you look bad. And I won't have that. I won't have that in life. I made sure I recorded all the knotweed, all that was wrong with what was going on out there. Since then, they've been treating the knotweed, and they've been trying to go, oh, it's not us. No, it's not us. It's not us. Like, oh yeah, the fire. It's not us. Like, who let Japanese knotweed grow everywhere. I'm like, oh, if you're not going to look after it, I'll look after it. But they won't. Isn't it funny, like how there's like lines? There's like lines. You can't like go past your. You can't like push back. You know, you can't go. Whoa. You know, you're not looking after this, so I'll have it. People, it's funny, isn't it? How like it's like log on the fire, log on the times, no kind. A whole new meaning to Stone Crow. Japanese knotweed rant, yeah. Traveller. Ah, oh, look at this. It's in a right state. Look how young I look there. "20 years younger, look at that." I was Venice. We were in Venice once. Venezio. That was nice. Oh, she's an outer, isn't she? She's gone out. That is so close. That is literally, you can't see it, can you? It's literally poking out by that much. is unbelievable. Just need to pull the back bit of the log forward a bit. Yes. Yes. There you go. I did it! Open the bottom up. Let it rip. And there she goes. And there she goes. Oh! Now, did I bring my pint? No, my pint is outside. Yes. Yes. So it's only a small log burner. It's only a small, pardon me. It's a really small log burner. It struggles. It struggles to take a log like this. And I wish, although it was only 150 quid in B&Q, they were selling them off. I think there was a new regulation coming in 2020 that made log burners much more efficient. They had to be like mega efficient. So what B&Q did, they were selling off all their cheap, old, bad, efficient log burners because they used to be 300 quid. And I think I paid 140 pound. And I you know, like the rubbish bit of B&Q, the warehouse, where they sell, a bit like IKEA, where they sell all the bits and pieces, all the junk, all the rubbish, all the stuff that like they don't want to sell for full price anymore. Well, I found my log burner in that place of B&Q. And I was like, I'm having that. And literally, it weighed a ton. It was still like, could have weighed it in for more than it was worth. They had to like bring it over on a little mini forklift and almost like bundle it in the car. It weighed a ton, this thing. Me and the wife had to drag it through from the front into where it lives now. It weighed a ton. Anyway, the chamber's small. The chamber's, if it was just a bit bigger, I'd be throwing in the log. The logs wouldn't, these big logs here, no problem. No problem at all. I'd be throwing these damn things in. Right, we have got 273 people in at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Yes, Ryan Ford, exactly that, mate. Delicious looking. It's good. It's a nice IPA. Typing everything in capital letters sounds like aggressive shouting. Just saying, Al Humphreys, yeah. Yeah, let's not get dragged. Ryan Forster, it's the witching hour. It is technically the witching hour. Has anybody seen the Boogie documentary? Has anybody seen the Boogie 2988 documentary on YouTube, where he was once a massively famous YouTuber, and it's like all gone down the pan a bit. Remember the Candy Crush? You might have seen the guy who spent £1,000 on Candy Crush. Remember that kind of viral video? Fat Guy Splash, when he kind of fell in the water backwards. It was all good. It was all good fun. But he kind of like, yes, Jack Parry, yeah, Francis, yeah, I remember him, Boogie 2988. So he had a documentary made about him recently, about the kind of like he's broke. Unfortunately, the guy's like a very divisive figure. I thought you said booby documentary. Put a minute there, Travis. Yeah, hey, I'll be watching that, Trav. Yeah, I'm the guy who about he's super as an intensifier. My dad Graham is a big fan. Hello, Graham. How you doing, mate? Only man I remember is Escalator Man. Yeah, but anyway, this guy, he's had a documentary made about him, and in the documentary, he talks about how, like, in the day, rival channels would like try their very best to destabilize him and kind of like rob his success and all this other stuff, and on a much smaller scale. It's unfortunate with YouTube. It really is unfortunate that a couple of competitive channels who are competing in your arena, they're doing beer reviews, they're doing food reviews, will set up fake accounts. And bear in mind now, this is the witching hour, so I'm going to mention WhatsApp. I mean, if people want to, this is not the time. This is the witching hour. There's no time to spend and share the witching hour and share it on WhatsApp with your mates and spread video snippets for one another. But there's one or two competitive beer and food channels out there that will do their very best to destabilize you, and they will open fake accounts, and they will do anything. Absolutely, they will use other people, and this I find this heartbreaking. They will use people who they really shouldn't be using. They really shouldn't be using these people, because these people are quite clearly not. Now, I got to be very careful what I say here. Have you seen that, like the new Matrix movie where they people are like waking out of their beds and they're jumping out of the windows? Their eyes go funny and they jump out the windows and they're landing on the car. They're trying to, what's his name, Mr. Keanu Reeves. They're trying to like human dive bomb Keanu Reeves. They're waking up and they're jumping out their windows and they're dive bombing Keanu Reeves in this relatively new Matrix movie. Well, this person is like doing the same thing with other people to like dive bomb me. If you notice, all of the videos that have been made about me over the last, and there's not really that many, over the last year or two, are literally from the Puppet Master. I call him the Puppet Master. He's in charge of all of his puppets. He's WhatsApping them. He's WhatsApping them, and he's the Puppet Master. And the Puppet Master thinks that I don't know that he's the Puppet Master, and the Puppet Master thinks that I don't know that these people that he's like, you know, the Matrix eyes, and he's dive bombing me type of thing. He thinks that it's all genuine from themselves, but Michael Richards, the Puppet Master. That's all I'm going to say. The Puppet Master, and I just find it kind of like, do you know what I really like? And if the Puppet Master's watching, what I would really like is genuine competition. I really don't mind genuine competition. Make great video. Compete with me. I don't mind fair competition. I don't mind fair competition at all. I don't mind the fact that you want to make great video and you want to compete and you want to do things fairly. I don't mind that at all. That's fair game. For me, that's fair game. But don't send the troops. The worst thing, don't send the troops. Don't send the troops. And if you're going to do it yourself. But do it by making great video. Compete with me by making great video. Don't underhand it. Don't come on like with a big Kev handle tonight and mess about that way. And try and destabilize and try and upset the live feed and the live chat. Don't do it that way. Because it's wrong. It's wrong. And you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. You know it's not the right thing to do. Ben Patterson, brief history. Right. The problem is, the moment I start going into making brief histories and the moment I start name checking, I'll have an hour, they'll make an hour-long video. An hour-long video, blah, 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 on YouTube. And the reason why I'm not mentioning any names is because, and it's the reason why I'm being so careful, is because this person will make an hour-long video. And then what he'll do, because breweries have told me. So I had breweries down here with me in the summer of last year. And they said, oh, yeah, we were sent this particular video of that man moaning for an hour. And we thought it was a load of crap. And we switched it off. We put it on for 2 minutes. We thought it was a load of crap. And we turned it off. So not only will this person make an hour-long video about me, he will then send that video to breweries. And it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. Just compete. Just make great video. Do it legitimately. Make great video. Compete with me on an honest level. Don't kind of like skirt around using mentally unwell people to attack me. Because it's not fair on that person and it's not right. It's not the right thing to do. I lost faith in humanity watching that man moan for an hour. Now, PL4. I've got no problem with that man. I've got no problem with that man whatsoever. That man, I've met him. I've been to a beer festival. We shook hands. We didn't have a beer, but we shook hands and we agreed what beer would be. And I've actually done a lot of live feeds with that man. It's definitely not that man. It's definitely not that man. That man, unfortunately, is one of the Matrix dive bombers. Unfortunately, that man has been manipulated and has been slightly controlled. And it was probably the worst thing that he could have ever done is to buy a dog down on the South Coast. Because that was the end of his YouTube. You know, that was the kind of like the beginning of that friendship was the end. He didn't realize it yet. One day the penny will drop. One day the penny will drop and he'll go, oh my goodness me, yeah. If I go back to the moment I was having 1.5 million views on YouTube, to the moment I went down to the South Coast and bought that dog, oh my God, that's the reason. That's that very kind of same time that my channel started the nosedive, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. It really is. But it's not that man. That man is actually, I think, really a pretty decent guy. He's a decent guy. He really is. It's just he's just been, unfortunately, been manipulated. I can't believe with so many subscribers and such a successful channel that he was manipulated by such a small channel. Such a small channel. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And it's really annoying that I'm standing here in the witching hour on a Friday night, even discussing this very subject. Tell you what, let's press the hard reset button. Let's go and have a wee, and let's come back again in a slightly better frame of mind. Righty ho then, where are we? Right, very quickly with this one. BVM and Sight are sound in the real world. I was at London Beer Festival last year and they had a chat and was all friendly, which is how it should be. Wonderful, it really was. Need to clear the air, fellas, get it all sorted out. Right, maybe he went for a crap. He's taking longer. Right, okay. It looks like right, let's have a beer. Now, bear in mind, bearing in mind, everybody now, everybody, let's be sensible. Let's be sensible. I'm 4 beers in. I'm 4 beers in. I can see there's people in the chat. Let's be sensible. I'm 4 beers in. We all say stuff when we've had a beer, yeah? Let's be sensible. We're all like of a decent age. I would like very much to clear the air. I reckon that would be the best thing to do. As it was mentioned, PL4, clear the air, get it all out, get it all sorted. I just honestly kind of like, I've stood from the sidelines and I've watched all of this kind of like play out. And I just want the best for people. I just want the best for people. I just want everything to be fair. Everything to be like, compete like a football team. Compete fairly. Let's not compete by jipping and sniping and scrapping and like, let's just compete fairly. Let's compete fairly. Let's all go to McDonald's on a Wednesday and let's all buy the burger and let's all compete fairly without all of the rubbish that goes with it, all of the nonsense that goes with it. Let's compete fairly. Let's do it fairly. Right. Let me put this comment up. Right. To you, Mr. BVM, if you're watching, if that is really you, because you wouldn't have been watching this. You'd have been watching the television. You'd have been watching MLL Fam or whatever's on at 9 o'clock at night, whatever you watch. You would have had a WhatsApp from a certain somebody telling you that boom, 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 is talking about you, and boom, boom, you need to watch this live thing because he's talking. And hang on, I know for a fact that's what's happened tonight. I know for an absolute fact a WhatsApp has come your way, boom, boom, boom's talking about you, and but you need to watch it. I know for a fact that's what's happened. And hand on heart, if you can't see that, if you cannot see that, and I mean that in the best possible sense, I've got no malice, I actually like you. I think you're a decent guy. I watch your videos, I laugh, I think they're pretty good. But you haven't watched all night. I know for a fact you haven't watched all night. And I know for a fact that you've been bombarded by WhatsApp messages or Facebook messages or something or other. And it's coming, and now you've tuned in. And if you can deny that, if you can stand here or listen and watch and deny that, then okay. I got it all wrong. I've been to a really unique and amazing place tonight, a place that houses 3 breweries and 1 place in Kira Halls in Finland. 8 Butt Brewing, Masses Brewing, and a Tired Uncle. That sounds, hey, Jimmy C, that sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Al Humphreys. I don't hate anyone. I'll tell you right now. I don't hate anyone. But I am 43 years of age. And if I can't spot a bad egg, then I'm still wet behind the ears, aren't I? I'm still wet behind the ears. Gas, alcohol and chainsaws. Brilliant. My favourite things. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, Martin Casper, I'm sorry. I am sorry. This is a car crash to a sober Aussie at work on a Saturday morning. I know. Yeah, no, don't get so sucked into it. No, I'll say it again one more time. If the people who are watching still think that I hate them, look, I'm just looking out for you. If you can't see it, I'm just trying to look out for people. I can see a bad egg. I'm just looking out for people. That's all. I'm just looking out for people. If you can't, fine. If you can't see it, fine, absolutely fine. Let's just leave. Honestly, let's just leave it because if you can't see it now, you'll never see it. You'll never ever see it. Let's move on. Down there. Right. There's so many comments. Right. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's ignore the comments for a while. I'm sorry if you've got really something important to tell me this time of night, but it is 9:30. I've had a few pints and hey ho. What can we talk? What can we like? If I could just, is it away with me just for 10 minutes? Oh right, okay. I've just turned the comments off for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna like turn the comments off for 5 minutes. I've turned it onto banners, whatever that is. What am I doing tomorrow? Would anybody like to know what I'm doing tomorrow? Well, if you've been watching the stream all night, then the first thing I'm going to do is wake up and I'm going to make sure the dog hasn't dirtied on the kitchen floor again. If he has, first thing I'm going to be doing, and if you're in the Barry area at about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'll see you in Greg's in Barry. I'll be in Greg's in Barry having a coffee and a bacon roll. That'll be might be, as long as the dog's okay. Well, if the dog's not okay, I'll be in Greg's. That'll be the start of my day. There might be a bit of football on. I might go down a pub, watch a bit of football. I'm more or less done with my Christmas shopping. The Christmas shopping is more or less done. I just got to do the whole. Do people still do Christmas cards? I'm asking, but I've turned the comments off. Is Christmas cards still a thing? Do people still write Christmas cards? Because I'm like in that kind of like, we're entering December soon, and doesn't Christmas creep up earlier and earlier? Earlier and earlier and earlier, Christmas creeps up. Early December now, very early December. People are putting their Christmas. I've seen people put their Christmas trees up in November. I've walked around this area where I live, and there's Christmas trees up in November already. And I don't know. I think maybe just Christmas now is not just that kind of like my family always said. Put the tree up a week before, take the tree down a week after. Yeah. I'm in the mood though. I'm gonna have one more beer. I might go a bit later tonight. Have I got no? Oh yeah, we got one more. I think if you don't mind, I might stay on a bit later tonight. I fancy it. I'm gonna drink that brownie hunter and then I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm gonna stay on for at least because I haven't even finished this IPA yet. So I might have the brownie hunter and then go to bed. So it might be slightly past 10. Is that all right with everyone? Should we have a bit of a bit of the old Stone the Crow lock in? Yeah. Just listening. The wife's on the wine. She's making sure the kids are going to bed at 9:30. She'll polish the wine off then. You know that situation where you're half a bottle of wine in. I don't drink wine. Let's say 2 beers in, 3 beers in maybe. And you're like, oh, I've got to make sure the kids are in bed before I drink anymore. It's that situation, isn't it? She's like, do I finish that last couple of glasses of wine? I can hear it. Kids, do your teeth, floss your ears, brush your hair. Right. We're going in. I am going in. It's definitely going to be gone 10 o'clock tonight. I'm in the mood. I am in the mood tonight. I am. I don't know. Maybe it's the old slippery slope. I'm on the old brownie hunter, Molly. They might as well call this chocolate star or something, shouldn't they? If you're as old as me, you'll know what the chocolate star is. Right, 2 or 3 finger, slightly off white head. It's not quite jet black. I'm doing a beer review now. I'm in like self-destruct mode here. I'm like, right, what do I say? What do I say at this time of night? I've had a bit too much aroma. Live beer review at 25 to 10 at night. 4 beers in, 5 beers in. Chocolatey, toasty, caramel. Should we turn the comments back on? Should we go? I feel lonely. I'm feeling lonely. Right, the comments are back on. Lebanese stouts. Imagine everyone could. Let's not get back to that now. We still. I put the comments back on, and it's still car crash. Back the chocolate. Yeah. Well, tell you what, Mark. When I read that can, that's what I thought. Chocolate starfish, brownie hunter, same thing. It's the same bloody thing, isn't it? Come on. I think some of these beers, they know what they're doing. Some of these, they know what they know what they're in disguise, you know. They know what they're playing at. William loves a bit of stargazing. Have you tried Northern Monk's pumpkin spice latte porter? I haven't. I'd like to. I'd like to. I would like to. You're well on your way to. Oh, come on, Steve. It's Friday night, Steve. It's Friday night. Come on. I'm a million miles away from that. Do you know, can I be honest? I'm going to put Steve's card. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Right. Do you know what my favourite nights of the week are? My favourite nights of the week are when I don't drink. I love the nights that I don't drink. I sit there with a cup of tea and a biscuit and everything's fine and dandy and normal, and I love it. I love the nights. As somebody who works full-time in the beer industry, I love the nights when I don't drink. And I tell you that right now, even though I'm looking in my own eyes and I'm looking slightly skew at 25 to 10 on a Friday night, because guess what? I'm doing a live feed and I'm drinking. And that's why I look like this, It's a case of, I prefer the nights watching Grand Designs sober. It looks like I'm losing a couple of people. People are tuning out now. But look, if I can't be honest, what is it all about? If I can't stand here and be honest and be truthful to you, do you not want to see the real me? Would you prefer me to go, oh yeah, I love drinking all of the time. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I look forward to my first drink. It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. Anyway, let's get rid of that comment. Let's get. Oh, now then. Psy 909. Simon, if you had to choose, would you rather have small wheels for hands or lobster claws? Now then, that is a great question. That's a very positive question, isn't it? Let's have fun. Lobster claws, wheels. Oh, do you know, I'm always like SEX orientated. I'm always like, what would be the best? I'm thinking a wheel would hurt and so would a lobster claw. So I'm thinking, maybe old Edward Scissorhands is the best way. No, I'd like neither. I think I wouldn't like lobster claws or wheels. Although if I had wheels, then I could lean up and I could drag myself down the road. Are you talking about motorized wheels? If they're motorized by free power, then probably the wheels, yeah. But if we're talking lobster claws, then, well, unless you really hate someone, you can have lobster claws on your hands, aren't you? That is a great comment, though. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. Where are we with these comments? Dear. It's still going on. It's still going on. I can't understand. I can't get involved. I can't get involved in the comments. Even wow, some proper weapon. Look at this one. Now I think you know who he is. He was this bloke here. I think he was the mate of that bloke in Newcastle that has a very famous he has a very famous YouTube channel. This was his. I think this might have been his left hand man, and I think I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe. Why are you here, mate? Haven't you got anything better to do? Oh, hang on. I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize to you. It is Friday. And guess what? I've had a few pints. My sincere apologies. Oh, come on. It looks like everyone's had some beers now. It looks like where are we? 20 to 10. I don't know. Maybe I just down this pint and get the hell out of here. I mean, hang on a minute now. Right. I've been on your side the whole time. I have been on your side the whole time. When I shook your hand in that London Beer Festival, it wasn't the fake me, it was the real me. It really was. I have been on your side the whole time. I have tried my very best to point you in the right direction. I have done my very best to... You grew really quickly. I already went through, I've gone through all of this before. When I started to grow in 2012, so we're talking like 11 years ago, when I started to grow and when I started to get traction, there were people already then starting to take me down, starting to snipe and to push and to at you. So I have that experience. I have that experience of people trying to take me down. And all I did and all I've ever done, I think you're genuine. I think you're a genuine guy. All I've ever done, because you grew so quickly, I've tried my very best. So no, it looks like to no avail. It looks like to complete to no avail. I have tried my best to steer you in the right direction and to say, hey, this one's a naughty one over here. This one, you know. If you watch that video back, the rise and fall video, if you watch that back from the start to finish, you will see that the person I was commenting about the most has now been removed from that Newcastle YouTube channel. He's gone. And I think it's because that person in charge watched it and went, actually, this guy's right. And it's only because I have your back, mate. It's only because I have your back. And if you don't think I don't have your back, and if you think I've got some kind of like weird thing to take you down, then fine. There's nothing I can do about that. But all I'm saying is I've been through this before many times where somebody comes along, they don't like you, and they want to take you down. And look, I'll take it away. I'll remove it. All I can say is if you think I'm still being disingenuous, then there's nothing more I can say. There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. But trust me, I've been on YouTube for 13 years. And I know a bad egg when I see one. I know a bad egg when I see one. Right, John with a £4.99 super chat. Great evening tonight, Simon. I'm going through a really tough time personally lately, so thanks for helping me keep my chin up. Cheers. John, thank you so very much, John. I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so very much for super chatting tonight. Oh, look at that. Can you remember? I'm gonna put this comment up. Can you remember earlier on in the live stream when I said there will be somebody furiously, because I banned them, opening up yet another YouTube channel? Well, here they are. Here they are yet again. Here they are. So what I'm going to do, infuriatingly enough for them, is that I'm going to make you, because I've just banned you, go through that whole process again, where you have to now open up another YouTube channel just to speak to me. At this stage of the live, it might look like, to the average viewer who's watching this with their popcorn at this stage, they might be thinking at this stage, what is going on? You know, what is going on here? Hey, bonjour. It was lovely to meet you this year, Mr. Rate My Beer. It was. I'm that late into the live feed. I'm that drunk into the live feed. I'm just going to call you Paul and Michelle. The name. I lost your name there for a second. I was thinking, what's his name? What's his name? Paul and Michelle. I met Paul and Michelle at the GBBF. I met Paul and Michelle at the wonderful, what was it? The London Craft Beer Festival. And I tell you what, we had a great time. We had a great time. Absolutely great time. But I will say, and I don't mind, I'll say it live. I'll say it live right now. The reason, Paul and Michelle, why I'm the most friendliest guy in the world. Meet me in a pub, meet me in a beer festival. I'll stick my arms around you. I'll cuddle you. I'll talk to you. I'll do, we'll have great fun. But I've had so many bad experiences on YouTube, Paul and Michelle, that I have major trouble now getting close and even slightly close to other channels. And I don't mind standing here saying that live to 305 people. I've had so many bad experiences, Paul, I really have, that I'm very wary. I'm very, very wary. And I apologize. I stand here and I apologize for being so like almost untouchable, almost like on my guard all the time. And I apologize for that. But at a beer festival, we'll have some great fun. We really will. We'll have some, we will have some amazing fun. But in terms of business and in terms of like in overly interacting with other channels, I think I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck, and I think I'll be stuck for a long time. My fingers have been burnt, and they've been burnt, and they've been burnt, and I can't go through it all again. Not up here, Not up here. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So, I'll do it live rather than speak to you on the phone or speak to you on WhatsApp or speak to you on where do we speak? I think it's just on messages, isn't it? Because we speak quite a lot. I'd rather do it live on YouTube and say, hey, man, I've been burnt so many times. I really have. And I can't get burnt anymore. I can't. I'm not stuck. It's almost like I'm automatically saying this guy's going to burn me, Probably not. Probably not. Absolutely, probably not. But do you know what? We'll open up. We'll have a beer festival, and I'm already doing it now. We'll do it again. We'll open up and we'll chat and I'll explain everything, you know. But I can't go through it again. I really can't go through it all again. Runs with the world. Hang on, where did that go? Where did that super chat go? I got it. To hell with them. Well, that's just £10 super. To hell with them. £10 super chat. Thank you very much. Max says, I'm getting a beer and run out of popcorn. Do you know the weirdest thing about all of this stuff? The weirdest thing is, do you know when you meet people in public? When you meet people in public, you just throw your hand out. You just throw your hand out and you shake people's hands and you talk, and it's so different from YouTube. YouTube is so like it's so competitive. Do you know why? I'll talk about it. I don't mind. Let me get this. I'll talk about it. Do you know the reason why YouTube is so competitive? It's because there is so much at stake. There is so much at stake. There really is. Everybody who is in the world of YouTube, who understands the world of YouTube, who understands the world of video internet, totally by now understands that in 20 years' time, there will be no BBC, there will be no ITV, there will be no Channel 4, there will be no Channel 5. It will all be centered around YouTube. And at the moment, we are all in this void. We are all trying to find our own place. There's people doing mechanics. There's people messing about with cars. There's people doing building videos on YouTube. There's people doing everything else. Everything else is on YouTube. Chopping trees down, construction, everything is on YouTube. And that goes down to food reviewers, people who are interested in food and people who are interested in beer. And that goes, and the people who are in this kind of arena, if you like, let's call it an arena. The people who are in the arena totally understand what's at stake. And that's what I think is going on here. That's why I think everyone is like this. That everyone is like, come on, let's go. And that is because it's an arena. It's who is going to be the iPhone unboxing person, Marcus Brownlee. Who is going to be the people you look at when you want to look at a car? Well, you got the Grand Tour. They've started up a big YouTube channel, haven't they? The Jeremy Clarkson boys. They've done it. Who is going to do construction? There's loads of construction stuff out there. Who is going to do... So basically, when you do a Google search, how do I put wallpaper on my plasterboard wall? There will be Mr. Wallpaper. And he will make his money showing people how to wallpaper and how to put all the designs up and everything else. And that's the thing of it all. That's the... There might have been people who understood this whole thing many years ago. Many years ago. They understood that one day YouTube will be this big thing where it's all searched and it's all like all this AI stuff that's going on at the moment, it will all relent, it will all come back, and it will all integrate with search and YouTube, and you search for Hamilton Tint and it will show up on YouTube. And guess what I want? And I don't care that I'm saying this right now. I want my video at the very top. Do you know why? Because that's all I've ever wanted. I want to be the #1 search person when it comes to beer. Am I ashamed of that? No, I'm not ashamed of that. Not for one bit. Because I understood it from the start. I understood it from the very beginning. The very beginning. If you search for a McDonald's Big Mac, if you search for a tint, if you search for an IPA, if you search for this or that on YouTube, then bang, bingo, bango, bongo, you're going to come back and you might watch a video about me. And that's what the fight is about. All of this nonsense going on with people arguing and people kind of like, they understand the real deal. They understand exactly why we're arguing, and they understand the finer detail of it all. God, isn't this deep? This is deep. This is a deep live stream. Oh man, can I do that again? Am I even going to do this again? Right, I'm going to put this up again because the reason why I'm putting this up again is because I've done live streams with this guy. I started off this very live stream by saying I didn't do any beer reviews today because I took my daughter to the orthodontist. Of course you put your family first. Of course you do that. I started off my whole live stream by saying I didn't do any beer reviews today because I had to go to the orthodontist. Of course you put your family first. Of course you put your child first. But at the end of the day, it's business. It's business. It's the reason that you're having so many WhatsApps coming your way, and I mean this with the greatest of respects. I'm 6 beers in. I'm slightly piddled. I mean this with the greatest of respects. The reason why you've got so many WhatsApps coming your way is because they want the pie that you've sliced yourself up. You've sliced that pie up. You've done very well. And I applaud you for that. I've got nothing bad to say about you whatsoever. And I'm telling you this right now. I have nothing bad to say about you whatsoever. But the WhatsApps that you're receiving, or the wherever it's coming from, Twitter or Facebook or wherever, is because they want your slice of the pie. And if you can't see that right now, then I can't help you anymore. I can't do any more. I can't do any more to help. I really can't. I've done everything. I've made a video. It got me into trouble. That video. And some people took it the wrong way, including yourself. But if you watch that video back, I had your back. I had your back. I've got nothing. I've got not one bad word to say about you. I've got not a bad word to say about you. I do not. Right, what's the pub doing for Christmas? What's the pub doing for Christmas? The pub at Christmas, I don't know. What's the dates? Can anybody tell me the dates? When does Friday night fall over Christmas? Let's talk positive if we possibly can. It's a car crash, isn't it? It really is. I understand it's a car crash. It's a car crash that people like because there's 317 people watching. When does Friday fall? Right, Christmas on a Monday. Friday is the 19th. Okay, so that would mean the next Friday is the 26th. Boxing Day. Oh, I'm in the pub 12 o'clock Boxing Day. Oh, man alive. Oh, man. Oh, come on now. Come on now. I don't know what to say at this point. Do you know, I think the best thing to do, all I'm going to do, I'll say it one more time, I've tried my very best here. I've tried my very best here. I'm not attacking you in any way. I'm not attacking you in any way. In fact, I'd love to do a live stream with you again. If you're open, I'm standing here right now at 11, whatever it is, 10, sorry, 10:01, according to my cooker clock, PM. I'm standing here saying, if you want to do a live stream, perhaps we can spend 20 minutes clearing the air, and then perhaps we can spend the next 3 hours having a beer together. How does that sound? I've got no grievances against you. I've got nothing bad to say against you. Fantastic. Well done. You've got 5 houses. I congratulate you on that. All the best. But just let it be known that I haven't got a bad word to say about you, and I've drunk 6 pints of beer. If I had a bad word to say about you and I had 6 pints of beer, I would blooming well tell you. I do not have a bad word to say about you. I'm going to lose the comment. Have a point on me at Christmas, says Ken Hogg. Thank you very much. That's a £5 super chat from Ken Hogg. Have a pint on me at Christmas. Thank you very much, Ken Hogg. €5 super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, I know. It's all gone. Do you know what's happened? I think we've all had beers, haven't we? You know, it's just the situation. We've all had beers. We've all had, you know, and it's like, oh, look at this. It's look at this all kicking off over here. You know, it's a case of like, I'm very mindful of what I'm saying. Of course, I'm very mindful of what I'm saying. The point is, we're all having a drink on a Friday night, and if we were all in the pub together, say 323 people who we have live now watching, say we were all in the pub together. Do you know the worst thing about words? Do you know the worst thing about words is, do you know when you write something? So let me start off at the very beginning. if I walked in my local, the Billy, and I walked up to somebody that I've known for 5 years, and I said, "How you doing, you big, CUNT? How you doing, you big?" And I put my arm around him, and I said, "How you doing, you big?" I put my arm around him. He would go, "Ha ha 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 ha," that sort of thing. If I hadn't seen that person in a week, and I sent him a text message saying, "How you doing, you big CUNT?" He would text back, "What the fuck are you on about?" And it would be almost like, "What are you on about, sunshine?" Almost like aggressive and like. My point is that when you say something like this, "How you doing, you big?" Put your arm around someone. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's words. It's nothing. When you type something and somebody reads that into their minds, and it becomes a whole different spectacle. It becomes a whole different thing. It becomes a nightmare, doesn't it? It becomes an absolute nightmare. And I think most of this is that very thing. If I went to the Midlands, if there was a big man in a blue shirt with a blue van outside drinking in the pub, and I went in and I put my arm around him and said, "How you doing, you big?" He'd probably turn around and go, "How you doing, Si?" But if you write a message saying, "How you doing, you big?" It's a very different kind of philosophical thing. And I think that's what's happened here. I think it's all lost in translation. It's all completely lost in translation. It's all, and it's a shame. It's a real blooming shame, because we all work in this arena. We all work in typing and writing and leaving comments and whatnot. If somebody wrote a comment now, sign UNT in the comments. All of you say it. All of you say it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Or write it. Then I'm going to go, oh man, I'm going to turn a live stream off now, and I'm going to go, because everyone thinks I'm at CUNT. But if we were all in the pub together and we all went, "Si, you're in, yeah, you're a CUNT," it's just a bit of banter. It's a bit of banter. And this is the problem. This is the thing. This is the problem, the biggest problem with writing stuff on YouTube and writing comments and all this WhatsApp and all this rubbish. It's because if we were all in the room together, nothing would really matter. Nothing would mean anything. The real YouTube. Yeah. Right. I am going to go for one last wee. I'm going to drink this pint because I am in the mood to have a drink tonight. I am going to have a wee. I'm bursting. I'll be back now. Right, where are we? Okay, right. Up the Untitled Pulses. Up the Spurs. Right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Oh, Christine, I remember Charlton Athletic when they were in the Premier League. They were a proper run football club, weren't they? Oh, they were a really good. They had like 7, 8, 9 years in the Premier League. Charlton, really good club. What's their ground? What's Charlton's ground? I remember it. It's just slipped my mind. Sorry, Christine. Oh, where do they play? I got Stockport in. I don't know why. I got Stockport or the racecourse or something else stuck in my mind. Where did Charlton play? We got a new member. Necro Faction, thank you very much. Oh, and we got another super chat, £5 super chat. And that is saying, I sent a super chat on Aldi versus Lidl. Aldi for me personally, do you have a thought preference? Oh, that's a very good question. Very, very good question. Aldi or Lidl? Do you know, 7 years ago, and this is my own personal opinion, 7 years ago, they were the same supermarkets. They were very much the same. They were both bag in basement, pile it all on top, which I loved. I loved that about the both supermarkets. But what I found recently is Lidl have gone up a little gear. They're still trying to be a budget supermarket, but at the same time, they're starting to sell Kit Kats and they're starting to sell Galaxy bars and stuff like that. So they're trying to appeal more to the UK market. And they're less messy. The stores are less messy. Now, I have close to me 2 Aldi stores within 4 miles radius of the house. I've got one in Culverhouse Cross, which is clean and tidy, everything stocked away, a little bit like Lidl. And then I've got the Cardiff Bay Aldi, which is messy. Messy, how I remember it, and I love it. Do you know where I go? I go to the messy Aldi. I go to the messy Aldi where everything is still piled up. An old-fashioned Aldi, they still exist. What happens is when they open up new stores, Aldi, they will have a kind of, you need to do it this way now. You need to be a bit more tidier. You need to put things on shelves and whatnot. But the older, old school Aldi stores are still messy. Everything's piled up. The bacon's with the mince and the mince is with the chicken and everything's all over the place. And I love to have a dig. I have a dig round and I'm digging, I'm finding stuff and it feels like I'm digging through treasure. I love a messy. So I'll go over Cardiff Bay to Aldi and I'll go to the messy Aldi store. And I think they do that by purpose. Because there's a sense of you're having a bargain. Even if you're not. Even if they're selling the stuff at the same price as the tidy Aldi in Culverhouse Cross, then I'll still go to the messy Aldi because I think I'm having a bargain. Oh yeah, I've had to dig through to get this pack of mince, this tidy on the shelf in Culverhouse Cross. Does that sound bonkers to you? I like that. I remember when I was young, a very small child, my dad would take me to Quick Save. Anybody remember Quick Save? And I remember my dad like flipping climbing shelves like a gorilla, like climbing up through the racking to grab at the very top like this box of 6-pack of cheese puffs that were 50p cheaper than the other stuff down below, and he'd be climbing up the racking type of thing. And I remember Quicksave being messy, and I remember other stores as well. Before Safeway, when there was lots of when everybody was trying to become the next big supermarket, everything was all over the place. I loved that. It was like a flipping dig, digging through the mess. It's also organised these days, isn't it? It's also organised. So, my personal preference, Ben, sorry for the really long answer, would be a messy Aldi. I would rather go to a messy Aldi and have a dig through the rubbish, to be honest. The Valley, yes, of course, Charlton Athletic Football Club. The Valley, of course, I get it. Yes, the Valley, yes. It just skipped my mind briefly. Ben Patterson with a £2 super chat. I can get my big shop from Aldi. Yeah, of course. All of it. Yeah, Ben Patterson, yeah. But would you prefer, Ben Patterson, to have a dig round a messy Aldi or have a more of an organised, like with your trolley, just picking things off the shelf? Or would you prefer to have a dig, have like a dig round in the muck, in the mess? I love a mess, me. You think you're having a bargain, even when you're not. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Lovely stores. This is Mattery. Lovely stores. The only place is in the world where you can come out with a cauliflower and set of headlight bulbs for a 1997 Volvo. Yes. Mac Drury. If you don't mind me saying, I've had a few beers. Mac Drury, I like this. You're being very diplomatic, Mac Drury. You come on as Mac Drury and not the crap beer. I like that. I think that is very like that is almost like very diplomatic stance. Like, I'm gonna go in as Mac Drury. I can't go in as craft beer hub just in case. Just in case I say something I shouldn't say. I've had a beer. Excuse me, Mac. You'll have to excuse me this summer night. But I kind of, that's made me laugh. I gotta be honest. That's made me laugh a lot. We got a new member, Christopher Tate, new member. Thank you very much. Simon Adam Longson, when am I going on the road again? Well, we definitely will. We definitely will. I'm going to put this up. I haven't read it yet. No, it's not that, mate. I'm a mod on this account, so I can help Jack Barry as he's doing it on his own. Right, okay. My apologies. I've been drinking some beer. It's all good fun, yeah? It's all good jest. It's all good fun. Again, I know I'm not going to upset you, Mark, because we've known each other now for a couple of years and you're genuine. But it's this time of night, where are we now? Is it 11 o'clock yet? No, it's 20 past 10. It's all just good fun. It's all good jest. We got a new member, Martin J. Martin J. become a YouTube member. Thank you very much. If I want to talk about the membership, no, I can't. No. Yeah, come on, let's do it. The membership is a little as little as £1.99 a month. If you want to pay £1.99 a month, that will help with our little channel on YouTube. Again, I'm saying this with a few sherbets in me, and I don't think I'm taking myself seriously at this stage of the night. But Martin J, thanks for the membership. I really appreciate it. Right. Do you know what this? I mean, I could string one on. I could really string one on tonight. I'm in that mood. I really am. But I think I'm going to say goodnight. I think I could get into a lot. If I had 2 more beers, I think I'd be in a lot of trouble. So I think it would be best if I told you all that I love you all so very much. And I'll probably say, Matt, honestly, evening, Simon, crack another one. Paul, where's he gone? I can't, where's he? What the bloody hell? Paul's beer reviews, yes. He's saying crack another one. Oh, it's so bloody tempting, isn't it? It is. I'd be in all sorts of trouble. I'll wake up in the morning, there'll be a big ban sign on my YouTube channel. A massive ban. So I think, as much as I would love another beer, I'll have one in private. I'm going to have one more, but in private. I'm going to say goodnight to you all tonight. And if Sean Parfit, we got another member, so there's a join button down below. If you want to hit the join button down below, you can become a member of the channel. I'm going to end up on this. I'm going to wipe my gums, and I'm going to end up on this. I think, or I've tried, to be as genuine as I possibly could be tonight. And I don't think I've said a bad word to anybody who has decided to come in the chat tonight. And I don't think I should wake up in the morning with a bit of a sore head, with any regrets, because I don't think, again, I've said anything too out of the ordinary tonight, have I? I'll leave it with this. If the people who've come on to cause a bit of a stir think that I've got anything against them, I haven't. I'm 6 beers in. I would tell you by now. I really would. I tell a glass window. I really do. Just be careful who you mix with. Just be careful who that WhatsApp message comes from. And just ask yourself a question. And this is the important message I'm going to leave with tonight. Ask yourself a question. Is that person sending me a WhatsApp message genuine? Is he a genuine friend, or is he trying to grow his YouTube channel? And I'll leave you with that. Everybody else, it's been wonderful. It really has. Thank you also very much for your kind support. Thank you also very much for your comments, your likes, your chats, your jokes. Everything has been great. It's been really great. Thank you. I'm going to have one more beer in private and I'm going to bed. Stone the crows!